There they are. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. This is where I do the little stalling song while you all trickle back from the kitchen into here. In 26 seconds, you will all be here. And in the meanwhile, I'll just sing this song. This is the music you came here for, right? No, not really. This is just me stalling. At least it's making Erica giggle. And that is the whole purpose of this song. Wow. 10 seconds, everyone will be back. So great. I think you're all here. Welcome. Oh, you're still trickling in, stalling awkwardly. All right, here we are. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Here being the strange virtual world, of course. It's a real treat for those of you who haven't been to one of these before or been to one of my house concert series in the past. In different times, I would be inviting you into my living room and we'd have some live music all together with a big pot of lentil soup. But as you might have heard, we have a little public health situation. That means we can't all pack into a room together. The silver lining of this pandemic is that friends far away can join us. So there's some out-of-towners here. Musicians' tour logistics are far simpler to wrangle when it's showing up for Zoom. So we have that good fortune, and we have 3 real special sets for us this evening. I'm here in Philly as your host, but we've got the Alex Krug combo is been split by weather, but is in here in multiple locations in North Carolina. And then the Whispering Tree and Kalen are both in parts of New York State. And we're in for a treat of 3 special sets this evening. Give you a quick rundown on the format. We'll have 3 sets of music, and in between there'll be some more short breakout rooms where you'll have an option to connect with some neighbors, have a little bit of small group conversation. At the end of the evening, we'll have one more breakout room wherein there'll be 3 breakout rooms, one for each artist, and you'll have an option to go hang out and talk to them about their work if you're so inspired. So the first thing we're going to do is a little test on your end, which is making sure you know how to unmute and remute yourself. The easiest way to do this on a computer is just to hit the space bar, because I'm going to invite you to, in between songs, let the musicians know that you appreciate them by giving them a little cheer, a little woo, a little snap, a little applause. But then we want to remute you so that all the background noise doesn't interfere with the rest of the set. So can we all do a quick test in a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and you're going to unmute yourself for a second and give a little woo. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right, there's humans out there. There's humans out there through this rectangle. That's fabulous. Thank you. So remembering to remute ourselves afterwards so that we don't have funny background noise. All right. There'll be some more announcements along the way, but right now it's time to start some music. I've heard that while we're anticipating snow here in Philadelphia, there is snow already in North Carolina. So Alex's lap steel player Jackson is out there with us as well and might join in. But the Alex Krug combo is split by forces of nature. But we are super fortunate to have Alex joining us from the Orange Peel in Asheville, a special venue. I'm going to go ahead and do the magic pinning thing, so you should see Alex. I'm going to, as we welcome Alex, I'm going to ask y'all to do one more round of applause to say, Alex, thank you for being here to share your music with us, everyone. Woo!
Yay!
Oh, but Alex, you're going to need to remember to unmute yourself.
This is really amazing, y'all. It's a real privilege to be here. Yeah, I'm not in my house. I'll tell you a little bit more about where I am. But I have some black bean soup waiting for me when I get home. Yeah, I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, and normally we have like a 6-piece band, but obviously the global pandemic has affected our ability to gather as a band. But I'm really excited to Sorry, I gotta figure this out. Okay. I'm really excited to be here on Zoom, and I'm gonna go ahead and play a song. I have to take out my earbuds to do that, and then I'll explain a little bit about where I am and all that. Does that sound good? All right. Here we go. Normally this is it's a good banter time. Can everyone hear me? Awesome. So this song is called Tohi, and does anyone know what a tohi is? It's a bird. It's the southern tohi down here, and it's a very common bird. It's about the size of a robin, and it says, "Drink your tea." So, anyway. Calling my name.
Wonderful.
Is my sound okay?
We're
I'm
loud
gonna
and
just
clear.
go ahead and play another one then. All right, thanks y'all. This one's called Oasis, and it's on a really old album that's not available anymore. You, my friend, are an oasis, like being under the moon at midnight in a summer meadow field, and the textures and the lightning bugs and the mist come out and are safe to let your thoughts and share your feelings with the sky. Won't tell nobody, and it will stay there with the dew. It will expire with the dawn. You, my friend, are an oasis. If you, my friend, need a softer light than the bright white of the noonday sun that will sometimes burn you, sometimes leave you peeling, I would like to be your coolness from the bright white of the noonday sun.
Yay!
Yeah.
Y'all, I got so many chords. Like, not guitar chords, but other chords. Does anyone have any questions?
Are you all by yourself?
I'm all by myself. Well, I'm not all by myself in spirit, but in the, well, I'm all by myself. No, I'm not all by myself. There are two wonderful people here, John and Sunset, and so I'm in the Orange Peel in Asheville, North Carolina, and the Orange Peel it's a world-class venue. Any band that you've ever heard of has probably played here. And I think the last time I played here, I was opening for Donna the Buffalo. It's a really cool venue. It's really personal, yet like big, and you can get rowdy. And the sound system is extraordinary, and the crew here always treats you like $1 million, even if you're just a local band. And so John and Sunset are here. They opened the building and got me hooked up with the internet, and I wanted to get to play somewhere really interesting for this, because, you know, obviously I've been playing in my house, in my living room a lot with the pandemic. So I reached out to them and they said yes. And so here I am, and obviously the pandemic has been really hard on our venues of all sizes. It's been a really hard year, and all of you, I'm sure, understand that, but it's neat to be here and just call awareness to a space that means something to me and a lot of people. So
Nice.
yeah.
And then all of us are here with you too.
Yes, all of you are here, and Jackson is here. Jackson, are you here? JJ, can you help me find him?
Jackson
Oh, there he is.
definitely here.
Can you hear me?
Are you able to play a little bit? So Jackson is a lap steel player, as well as pedal steel, guitar, and other things. And we were supposed to be together playing here tonight, but he got 2 inches of snow. He lives in a town about 30 minutes north of downtown Asheville, and it's kind of towards the Tennessee border, where there's some bigger mountains, and there's microclimates here in western North Carolina, and so he got dumped on probably about half an hour before he was gonna drive here. So, but he said he can play us a little song. So, all right, I see he's unmuted.
Yeah, let's see if this will work.
All right.
The solo lap steel thing is it's real fun playing with Alex, because it can get away with some more ethereal sounds. And let's see if I can make some noise. See if this will work just for a second. Wish I was there with you. I sound like an old guy. I can't drive in the snow or something, but we got some icy roads and low visibility. My wife came home and was like, "Yeah, you don't want to get on that highway right now." So let's see if I can get this thing to work. buzzing around. Can you guys hear any of that?
Oh man,
Gorgeous.
thanks, brother.
Yeah, it sounds great, Alex. Wish I was there playing with you.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, the lap steel is a really interesting instrument, and the pedal steel too. And there's a lot of roots in gospel music and stuff. So if you ever need to go down a internet rabbit hole, I recommend it. Thanks, Jackson. He's on Instagram, Jackson Delaney, lap steel, I think, something like that. And I meant to say, if you go to theorangepeel.net, they are taking donations because obviously it's been a really hard year, but
They
no
also
pressure.
have beautiful t-shirts and hoodies. I just put a link in there towards their store. You can get a "This T-shirt helps save live music" shirt from them if you're inspired to.
Thanks, JJ. All right, I'm gonna play a couple more, if that's all right. I recently got this guitar, and I named it Arlene after my grandma who passed a year ago this past Tuesday. This song's called Pixie. It's about doing things that you do. Maybe you only do them once because, or you don't do them. They're dangerous, so. Well, I mean, it's not about that, but I had an adventure with some friends, and anyway, I'm just gonna play the song. You are a pixie, stepped out from your cave, a rather mischievous fairy without the cutesy wings. You tiptoe beside saffron falls and over the edge for amusement. You throw down people's things just to watch the splash, and everybody scream over the edge for amusement. You throw down people's things. Cradle me, baby, I'll punch your lights out. Delicate, sharp, make it chilly warm. Then, if you want to, we can spend the night out here, drinking of wine and talk about the rest of our lives. You tiptoe. You flit like a flame about the wick of a candle, a rather elusive sprite, go right in front of my face. You make your home in the gnarly roots of an old oak, and inside you've got out your candles, your incense, and your elf friends. Lighter in the dusk, out-you-venture with your means to tone inside and provoke. You'll be swinging from giants' earlobes. Cradle me, baby, I'll punch your lights out. Delicate, sharp, naked, chilly warmth. And if you want to, we can spend the night out here, drinking of wine and talk about the rest of our lives. The rest of our lives. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, now sip nectar from honeysuckle that spires the wrought iron gates of heaven. In a graveyard, all the bright colors mix, make black coming as white. All the way down to the depths where I live. And out of breath, angels sit on your wings. Follow your heart wherever it cradle me, baby, I'll punch your fucking lights out. Delicate, sharp, naked, chilly, warm. And if you want to, we can spend the night out here, drinking of wine and talk about the rest of our lives. Little pixie, little pixie.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks. One more for you. This one's called Yellow Clintonia, and Yellow Clintonia is a really cool mountain flower. Oh, thanks for that comment, Katie. Katie and Scott. Yeah, I can see comments, but I can't see. I don't have my earbuds in. Very cool. Thanks for the comments. I'm a lot more nervous because I'm not used to playing through Zoom yet, but seems like I'm gonna have to get used to it. If you like what you're hearing, you can follow us on Instagram at Alex Krug, which is Krug combo, or you can listen to us on Spotify. Sorry, I got distracted by the comments. Oh, thanks, y'all. Love from Mars. I'm sending my love back to Mars. With the yellow. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm gonna start over. So this guitar has jumbo bass frets from here up, and then normal frets from here. So it makes it interesting. Lift me up, I'm a little ragged, but I'm tough. Lift me up, I'm a little ragged, but I'm tough. Got no water, 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 got no water. With the yellow Clintonia, I shed my blue tears, sitting cross-legged with your white leaves. Who has water? 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 Hey, hey, hey. Raven, Raven, Raven. Scissors I run with, looking to set 'em down. The scissors I run with, looking to set 'em down, 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 set 'em down.
Ah.
Nice.
Woo-ha.
Woo.
Yeah,
Woo!
Thanks, guys.
So great. Thank you.
It's so special to have you here. And oh my goodness, people from Ellicott City, Maryland?
He's actually a Philadelphian.
Oh, I see. I used to live in Ellicott City. Cool. Well, thanks, Donna. I love you, Donna. Thank you all, and yeah, please follow all of us, the other artists too. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, so anyway, thank you so much. And if you want to be on our email list, you can Instagram me, message, whatever, or you can just not follow me, and that's fine too. I don't think, I'm not into social media, but it's a necessary evil, so I have to plug it. But I really appreciate you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing the other artists tonight. I have to close this up and then go home, and I'll tune back in from my actual house for the rest of it.
Thank you so much, Alex. Gorgeous.
Thank you guys for all these comments. This is so sweet.
Yeah.
And JJ, this is like an amazing thing that you do all the time.
Once in a
And
while.
you used to do it at your house. House
Once in a
shows
while.
are my favorite. So
Such a treat to have you. Such a gift. Jackson, thank you also for jumping in. That was really precious. I'm going to invite you guys to one up the invitation to follow Alex if you enjoyed that. Because following is one thing, but we want to actually invest in our artists. Someone mentioned the Spotify feed that's really great, and Alex has a great Spotify channel, and that's cool. But Alex gets pennies from Spotify because that's the way Spotify works. The money goes to the corporations and not to the artists. So I'm just going to say, think about, if you can, buying records, buying albums on Bandcamp, donating money to Kickstarter projects, all the different ways. When I send a follow-up email to this, I'll make sure to include ways to get money to Alex directly. Yeah, I think in this day and age, I always give a little like money part of the talk because time and attention and money are things that have power in our society, and we get to shape our world by how we choose to invest it. So thank you all of you for being here with your time and attention. Thank you all of you who gave as you were able on the donation-based ticket thing. It's, everyone is welcome here regardless of means. You got no cash. A lot of people are in hard financial times right now, so you're always welcome. There's never a worry. But if you are able to give, that's super great. And thank you to everyone who did. I actually kind of screwed up a little bit myself, where I tend to get ahead of myself or try to do too many things, and I lined up all these great lineups, and then I sent out the invite to this show kind of last minute for the first show. We have 4 great shows lined up, but this was a little short notice. And so as of this afternoon, I was like, oh, there's not that many people RSVP'd. And the way I run these shows is I prioritize giving money to the artists. So I was like expecting to be out a couple $100 in my own pocket because I was going to send them all home with some money no matter who showed up and chipped in. And then a bunch of you guys like showed up at the last minute this afternoon and RSVP'd and doubled the amount of money coming in. So like we can send them home with a little bit more money, and that's really great. So thank you, all of you. Again, stay tuned to get some ways to support these artists. Now, next bit, we're going to go into some breakout rooms. We're going to have, we're going to kill a little bit of time while Alex transitions to their other location. And, if you were here in my physical space for a house concert, we'd have a little bit of set change time where you would be getting food and drink and lentil soup and all that, and having a chance to meet some neighbors. So I'm going to start these breakout rooms as an invite for you all to have a couple minutes to maybe meet a new friend or see an old one, talk about what you just heard, and get ready for what's coming next. We have 2 really sweet lineups coming next. So thank you again. Let's do one more unmute and applaud for Alex while the headphones are in, and say thank you again. Safe travels.
looking forward to hearing everyone.
All right. 10-minute breakout room break. See you guys shortly.
Be right back.
Here comes everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to see you all popping up on the screen. I'm going to stall until everyone's out of the breakout rooms. I will stall. And Kalen, I don't think I even knew you had a sister, but so glad to see her here. I assume everyone's an only child unless I actually have proof positive of their siblings. So there it is. Kalen's got a sister. Right. Let's see. Everyone should be back shortly. Breakout rooms in 3, 2, 1. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So I realize I failed in my mission to send you, give you a conversation prompt for your breakout room time. I hope you all figured it out on your own with the kind folks you ended up with. For those who missed the invitation via the chat at the beginning of the first set, you are most welcome to and invited to get as cozy as you would like during this thing. I'm here on the floor, rolling around a little lacrosse ball, working out the tension in my quads, doing a little bit of self-massage. We do a lot of sitting in front of these screens, and it's not always great for our bodies. So I see someone's getting a little bit of massage on one screen. Great, like get cozy. Some of you know that I just actually finished massage therapy school myself, and actually today just did my first chair massage on the front porch with masks, starting to practice in tiny bits, but obviously it's a weird thing in a pandemic. It's a tough thing when we're all, having to keep distance from each other. So before Kalen's set, I'm going to give us one little bonus little preview. Some of you know there's 3 more concert lineups coming soon, and I would like to share, with her permission, a song by Sarah Donner, who is going to be playing the, oops, I broke it. Sarah Donner is going to be playing the next show, February 27th, along with our youth poet laureate, former youth poet laureate, Husna Hashim, and my former hammer dulcimer player, Karen Ashbrook. And so for this season, I'm gonna play you guys very briefly. Let me make sure I shared the audio. Let's try this one more time. Screen share. There it is. Click the box to share sound. It'd be very disappointing if I left you for 3 minutes without you actually hearing this song. Here it goes. Ready? You guys can sing along because there's lyrics.
Somewhere a voice is singing, somewhere a hand is hanging on. Everyone's sick of sitting, staring at screens and waiting on all those promises they made. I'm so sick of this charade. There is a kinder future. There is a home that's just beyond. We're gonna tie the sutures. We're gonna overcome the odds. All these promises we made, looking forward to the day when we can touch, when we can laugh, when there is hope that we can cling to. Somehow the drops will never be enough. I need a song that I can sing to. Raise up your glass to science. Raise up your glass to new frontiers. Girls gonna break the ceiling. Believing in facts, won't that be weird? Feeling calm and feeling safe. Our fears finally start to fade. When we can touch, when we can laugh, now there is hope that we can cling to. Somehow the drops will never be enough. I need a song that I can sing to.
Okay, that was your little preview of our February show. And while we can't touch so much right now, we can traverse space and time with this Zoom contraption, which means we have the gift of Kalen joining us, a friend who I've now known, I think it's like half a lifetime at this point. Is that, I think that's the general thing of how long it's been.
I think so.
Yeah, so I'm going to invite you to now practice that thing again of unmuting yourself for a second to give Kalen a big warm round of applause to welcome them for their set. Thank you so much for joining us, Kalen.
Welcome.
Hey, Kalen.
Thank you guys. I'm very, very excited to be here tonight. I feel you all wherever you are in a way that is sort of uncommon for shows these days. I've been doing some shows in Second Life, which you probably don't know what that is, and that's okay. And they're interesting in their own way, but I really feel like I'm much more in a living room with you all tonight, which is special because that's what JJ shows were always like. So we lit a fire, we're nice and cozy in here, we're potted with some friends upstate. If I catch fire, it was supposed to happen. It's all part of the show. It has nothing to do with the cheap shirt from China that I'm wearing and the fact that I set up extremely close to the fire. I want to share a song with you called Like a Cloud to start the evening.
Soul is born on the shore of your eyes in morning. In your eyes in morning, my land of dreams begins. You're taken in the net, taken in the net of my music. My net's of music are wide as the sky. In my sky at twilight, in my sky at twilight, in my sky at twilight. You're like a cloud. Like a cloud. Hunter of the depths of my eyes, your plunder. Does my nocturnal regard as though it were water. You're taken in the net, taken in the net of my music. My nets of music are wide as the sky. In my sky at twilight, in my sky at twilight, in my sky at twilight. You're like a cloud. Like a cloud. Like a cloud. Like a cloud. You're taken in the net, taken in the net of my music. It's music are wide as the sky. You're taken in the net, taken in the net Thank you. How are the levels, everybody?
Sounded good.
Sounds great.
Okay, great. Great. That song, we just decided to go out. It was a full wolf moon the other night, which I still need to learn more about what that means. So we thought it would be fun to go and film on the coldest night of the year outside as the wolf moon rose. So we have some of that footage that we'll put together with that song, which will be released later this year sometime. This is another song that I'll release later this year too. This is called Phoenix. This is about second chances and how regenerative love can be. In the morning, the sun will rise. Open up your eyes.
Yeah.
Yay, good day.
Really cool thing about that song. So I went to a studio in Brooklyn to record it with a gospel choir, and this was right before the pandemic started. So I was like 35 weeks pregnant at the time, and I remember people started to be a little trepidatious about giving each other hugs. We're like, should we do that? I don't know, but we're all gathered around a mic. It was a really fun way to spend time with people in a big group. One of the last times that I've done that in a year.
Not quite lovers, not quite friends. Where's the river stop and the ocean begin? Pull to the water where we cannot swim. Over and over, and under again. Take me back to that bench where you found me, or a covert operator. Do this now, never later. Take me back to that time when you take me, or a death to women, babe. Baby, you don't understand. Seducer, 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 I'm not sorry for that push and pull. At times it's the only way that I can feel a motherfucking thrill. We're both burdened by that dissatisfied vein. Keeps us searching, my baby, over and under again. Take me back to that bench where you found me, or a covert operator. We do this now, never later. Take me back to that time when you take me, or a death to women, bad. Baby, you don't understand. Seducer, 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 seducer,
Yeah. Yes.
I love to hear you guys and see your comments. Thank you so much. It really makes me feel connected. I was so excited about doing this show. JJ is one of those people who I just greatly admire him. I know few people who live so authentically and let the things that they care about really be their word, and their word is the things they care about. I encourage any of you who aren't on his mailer to get on his mailing list, because he's involved in a lot of really amazing community arts programs, and you don't have to be a Philly resident to be inspired by them or moved by them. He's a really amazing photographer, and that's how we met. I was a photo major back in college a lifetime ago, and JJ was a bit older, and he was teaching classes at how to keep all your digital photography organized and doing a lot of other things as well. And I remember when I got to play his house concert, I don't know, 6 years ago or so. I went down to Philly from New York with my compatriot at the time, and Meredith, who I think is in the audience, a good friend from Philly. She was gonna come to the show, and we were gonna go crash with her that night. Her phone died, something happened. JJ let us crash on his floor. Ever generous JJ. So I was excited to be part of this same but different experience. Cheers.
Thank you so much. It's such a treat to have you here.
I want to play a brand new song for you guys. This recently had the experience of feeling very let down by someone who I'd consider one of my closest friends. And this song is an attempt to deal with that. I totally fucked up the order in my whole set, but that's okay. I'm gonna play Stranger for you now.
Come and sit down, take your luggage off, get lost, get found, give me all you got. Here is my joy in my open wounds, I lay it out for you. Treat me like a stranger, it's the cruelest thing to do. Treat me like a stranger, as if I don't know you. Now I'm losing too, and clearly I've lost you. Rest in love, live in peace. Oh, it's hard for me to try and be kind. Sweet smoke fills rooms we name the cumulus clouds, carrion and cloaks that would make Poe proud. Shapes shift, we make them into sound, they shift and so do we. Treat me like a stranger, I'll become one soon enough. Treat me like a stranger, you're erasing all my trust. Okay, I'm backing up, you've taken quite enough. Rest in love, live in peace. Oh, it's hard for me to let it be. Once a crucial part of my dreams, they're becoming nightmares. Every night when I shut my eyes, you're there, I can't pretend I don't care. And every time I try to get things back to light and laughter, oh boy, Any of you guys ever felt that way before? Probably all of
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So now I want to take you to the club. Sort of. I want to take you to what was one of my favorite music clubs in Brooklyn, which I think will still be there when we get back. This was a song that I wrote after a breakup watching the Reverend Vince Anderson play with his band, the Love Choir. If you guys don't know them, you should look them up. It is such an experience to see them play. So I'll take you there with me.
Wow. Fantastic.
Ooh-ha.
I can feel a heartbeat pounding through the streets. Sirens and emergency tearing through my dreams. Water tastes like medicine, I can't find relief. Don't you think it's haunting? Thunder without lightning. Silence has no judgment. You once said to me, vision like a hurricane tearing through the streets. In my dreams I'm falling for all eternity. Don't you think it's haunting? Thunder without lightning. I hear it coming. It's an emergency. me. Don't you think it's haunting? Thunder without lightning. I hear it coming. It's an emergency. I feel like falling. It won't let me be. Help myself find balance. Thunder without lightning. Now I feel your talons. Thunder without lightning. Running through my skin. Thunder without lightning. I let you in. I hear it coming. It's an emergency. I feel like falling, but it won't let me be. I hear it coming. It's an emergency. I feel like falling, but it won't let me be. No, it won't let me be. No, it's an emergency.
Woo-ha! Awesome.
I want to thanks so much, you guys. This is really fun. I want to shout out some people. I want to thank Kathy and Andrew and Will for having us here. We left New York in March, soon after that recording I told you about with the gospel choir, because the pandemic started and I was super pregnant. And we went to Maine to deliver our baby. She came 2 days after we got there, a little bit early. And we've been bouncing around ever since. And it's actually been really awesome in so many ways. Got to spend so much time with my family. Hi, sis and mom and dad. And got to spend this special time with friends. So there's been a lot that's been wonderful about it, but we miss New York. We miss New York City, we miss Brooklyn, which is our home. We miss not being able to introduce our baby to all of my husband's family. This next song is specifically about missing Brooklyn. And it's also brand new, so thank you for listening to my brand new babies. I can taste your blood on your sunset. I can taste the stars in your concrete roads. Walking down Mason Road. Too much to carry, I'm going slow. Got song in my pocket I took from home. It's so slow and sad and blue and gold. Oh, I miss home. I miss home. I miss home. I miss home. So far from home.
you.
Closer. We're closer than we were before, though. Thank you so much to everybody here, everybody listening. It looks like I'm looking away, but I'm looking at the screen with all of your beautiful faces. Also, Evan, Erica, you guys were great in the breakout room. I'm sorry I wasn't participating. I had to check some last minute sounds, but JJ, I love that you always sort of force what might be awkward moments to make people connect with their humanity. I love that about you. And thank you for everybody that's here. I might be missing some people, but I saw that Aunt Kate is here. I saw my sister-in-law is here, my sister. I saw that Nora is here, my parents, Merritt and Matt, Morgan, and Lucas, and Grace. So thank you so much. And then all of you who I'm meeting for the first time. It's really fun to be playing for you. If you guys are enjoying what you're hearing, I do hope you'll follow me. One of the songs you heard tonight, the song Emergency, that's actually from my project Death by Piano. That song was co-written with Grey Wolf. And I have a lot of new music coming out for both my solo project and Death by Piano this year and last. I haven't let a baby or a pandemic slow me down. So I hope that you'll go to my website, sign up on my mailing list. I'll let you know when all of it's coming. I have one more song for you tonight, and then I'm excited to keep listening and hear the Whispering Tree. Thank you so much to Alex, who played before, and Jackson. That was really beautiful as well. I'd like to end the night with a tune called Honeysucker. And this tune is, it's about believing what you want to believe instead of what's real. You guys can all clap like this.
Your words are sweet, they are sweet like honey. I eat them up by the spoonful of honey. I cash them out like it's gold, money. Honey, honey. Hearing what I wanna hear, honeysuckle. Hearing what your money. Honey.
Woo!
Awesome.
Thank you also to Barry who's here and to Tom who's here and JJ. Thank you for this. It was really, really fun. I look forward to hearing the Whispering Tree and talking with you all.
Such a pleasure. Thank you so much, Kalen. A gift to
you.
get to hear you again, and to see your youngster so big already. Oh my gosh. I have some more announcements that'll come later, but we're going to bounce into another quick breakout room. Yes, it's weird in Zoom where it kind of catapults you face to face as opposed to like walking into a space with a couple strangers. So I'm going to offer you, just to break the ice, 2 potential conversation topics if you want. 1, just simply talk about how you came to be here. 2, talk about a story of kindness or care that you have witnessed recently. And as I start the breakout rooms, I'm going to invite you to give one more big round of applause for Kalen, because it's such a treat. And then we'll come back shortly for the Whispering Tree, which is going to be awesome. Some more. 3 fabulous sets of music in one evening. What a gift. All right, here's the part where everyone starts coming back. Everyone starts coming back. Welcome back. Oh, hey, Sarah, welcome here. And see you sneak in, because it's really easy to sneak in a Zoom meeting. And 23 seconds till everybody's back, so I'll just do my other little stalling song where I just hum nonsense words until you're all back here in 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12, almost. I was just talking with someone about the awkwardness of being catapulted into a virtual room with strangers, but also the amazing potential for connection. Like Joel and Maya and Susan were in the same room together. Curious what happened there. Okay, we're all back. Welcome back. Thank you again for being here. I'm super psyched that we have a 3rd set of music, and I was a little heartbroken when Kalen's sister, I think it was chiming in about wanting to sing harmonies, and I know with Zoom, with the time delay lag, we can't really get harmonies and sing together. However, when the musicians are partners and live in the same house, we can have harmonies, which I'm really excited about for this next set. So I'll have more announcements after the 3rd set about the upcoming 3 more fabulous shows of music coming up and some other things. But for now, I will stop talking and take myself off the spotlight and let our friends from the Whispering Tree start their set. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Yay.
Oh, but wait, but are you
Can't
muted?
hear you yet.
I think you're actually muted. Here I was being delighted that we actually have someone chiming in from France for this concert, and then I didn't realize that as the host I should be paying attention and spilling time and stalling somehow. So thanks for your patience while we debug a little tech thing. We've got a fancy setup going over there at Whispering Tree where they have 2 different cameras, vantage points, but fancy setups are sometimes more complicated and might be giving us a glitch. So hopefully we'll get them on board again in a second, because the sound check was stunning. So I know it works. I know it works. We just have to be patient for a second. In the meanwhile, I will direct your attention to Susan's screen where we have a real cute cat. It's always good to have some great cats on the screen. And yep, there we go. And oh, so now, no, they're still here. I will Ellie's dad, who's in France, was just asking if I would send a recording of this. Oh, Melanie's got a great cat too. Okay, we'll spotlight you as well. Hi,
Harvey Milk.
hello, Harvey
A
Milk.
big fan of Eleanor's songs.
Great, great.
Very excited to be here.
So when I send out the recording of this, oh, everyone's turning on their cat cams now. When I send out the recording of this, we will be able to magically splice out the awkward tech glitch moments in between. Oh, there we are. Boom. All right, can we hear you? I see you again. 1 second. Okay, great, no worries. Oh, there you are, I hear you.
You hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
JJ, you're such a natural at just like filling in the space. We had Harvey Milk there stealing the show. Thank you. And apologies. Yes, we tried to get fancy and Zoom was not having it. So,
That's what happens.
I'm going to jump on in with a song we wrote when we were living in New York City. It was inspired by this sad little tree outside of our window. And it's called The Tallest. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. When I grew up, I was the tallest. There was nobody else casting their shadows upon us, and I could see all the way to the ocean. And now there is nothing but steel and stone. And I am surrounded, cement on each side. All I can do is reach my hands to the sky. And gone are the rivers, gone are the streams. The buildings rose up, crowded around me. Now the rooftops are stretching as far as the eye can see. And I am forgetting how it feels to be free. 'Cause I am surrounded, cement on each side, and all I can do is reach my hands to the sky. Yeah, reach my hands to the sky. I'll be here when the towers fall, when the pavements crack and the vines climb the wall, when there's nothing to contain me and no one to restrain me. I'll reach my hands to the sun and I'll be the tallest, but I am surrounded, cement on each side, and all I can do is reach my hands to the sky.
Yay!
Thank you. So we're in Beacon, New York right now in the Hudson Valley, about an hour and a half north of New York City. And when we first moved here, there was a lot of old abandoned factories and houses to explore. And recently, in the past few years, they've been kind of slowly being turned into condos, the circle of life. But when we moved here, we got to explore a few of them, and there was this old schoolhouse around the block, which has been bought by a spa company, but it hasn't yet been demolished. So I'm happy about that, and it inspired this next song. It's called These Houses. Somebody's home is slowly rotten, left here abandoned and forgotten. You can watch them as they fall year by year, floor by floor. These houses, they haunt me. All the lives now departed, where they ended and where they started. These places live on after the living are gone. These houses, they haunt me. These houses, they haunt me. These houses, they haunt me. Broken windows, empty halls, peeling paint, the crumbling walls. These houses, they haunt me. The vines are creeping through the door, and nobody keeps out the outside anymore. Returning to the earth like growing in reverse. These houses, they haunt me. These houses, they haunt me. These houses, they haunt me. Broken windows, empty halls, peeling paint, the crumbling walls. These houses, they haunt me. These bones are laid bare, a monument, a souvenir, a trace left behind, a ghost from another time. These houses, they haunt me. These houses, they haunt me. These houses, they haunt me. Broken windows, empty halls, peeling paint, the crumbling walls. These houses, they haunt me. Broken windows, empty halls, peeling paint, the crumbling walls. These houses, they haunt me.
You. Yeah.
So we're going to do a song by a hometown hero here in Beacon, Pete Seeger.
Yeah. When I was a kid, so I'm from France, in case you didn't know. I think JJ might have mentioned. I grew up listening to my parents' music, and which I thought was French music. And then I moved to the US and I turned on the radio, and to my surprise, a lot of the French songs I knew were actually American songs that had been translated into French and re-recorded by French artists.
Very, oftentimes not very well.
Oftentimes not very well, that's true. This one actually is one of the ones that was pretty well done. Did I ever play it to you?
I still don't think you have. He's played me he's really into playing me bad French music. It's like a fetish of his.
I'm sorry, apologies to my dad. Pardon, Papa.
But he hasn't shared the good stuff yet.
All right, so this next song, I used to really like it as a kid because first it's a fun song and also there's a curse word in it that comes every now and then in the chorus, so I could get away with saying that curse word. I was just singing.
This is waist deep in the big muddy. It was back in 1942, I was a member of a good platoon. We were on maneuvers in Louisiana one night by the light of the moon. The captain told us to ford a river, and that's how it all begun. We were knee deep in the big muddy, the big fool said to push on. The sergeant said, "Sir, are you sure this is the best way back to the base?" "Sergeant, go on, I forded this river about a mile above this place. It'll be a little soggy, but just keep slogging, we'll soon be on dry land." We were waist deep in the big muddy, the big fool said to push on. The sergeant said, "Sir, with all this equipment, no man will be able to swim." "Sergeant, don't be nervous, Nellie," the captain said to him. "All we need is a little determination. Follow me, I'll lead on." We were neck deep in the big muddy, the big fool said to push on. All of a sudden, the moon clouded over, we heard a gurgling cry. A few seconds later, the captain's helmet was all that floated by. The sergeant said, "Turn around, men, I'm in charge from now on." And we just made it out of the big muddy with the captain dead and gone.
Dead and gone. Le lendemain, on a trouvé son corps enfoncé dans les sables mouvants. Il s'était trompé de 500 mètres sur le chemin qui mène au camp. Un affluent se jetait dans le fleuve où il croyait la terre tout près. On a eu la chance de s'en tirer quand le vieux con a dit d'avancer.
Now I'm not gonna point any moral, I'll keep that for yourself. Maybe you're still walking, you're still talking, you'd like to keep your health. Oh, but every time I read the paper, that old feeling comes on. We're waist deep in the big muddy, the big fool says to push on. Waist deep in the big muddy, the big fool says to push on. We're waist deep, neck deep, seeing even a tall man will be over his head. Waist deep in the big muddy, the big fool said to push on.
Super, merci.
Yes. All right.
I'm trying to get the. I can't see the people anymore. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're back.
Okay, we're back. Good.
Ooh, I couldn't see you guys. Everything was all minimized on my screen.
Tech issues, tech issues. So we...
That's our world now, right?
It is, yeah.
Everything digitized and...
We played at JJ's house a couple years ago in another life, and we were just like packed in like sardines, all breathing each other's particulates. It was such like the quintessential pre-pandemic experience that you kind of can't even believe right now. You're like, did that happen? But it was just a beautiful, beautiful evening. And I'm so glad you've brought this online, JJ. And it really takes somebody special to make Zoom feel kind of cozy. You've done a really magical thing. Thank you.
This is probably the nicest online concert I've
Yeah, I really do feel like there's people here and we're all together, which is nice.
It's the warmth, you know?
Yep.
It's really a treat to have you. So thank you.
Caught you dreaming in the moonlight, caught your eye, then we walked some miles together. I remember standing in the schoolyard. Everything was rich and full of color, and I remember waiting. I remember waiting for something. All the other players in the picture stand in the periphery and the space between what I am and what I'm not. That big thick line is getting thinner, and I remember waiting. Yeah, I remember waiting for something to get me out of here. Yeah, to get me out of here. I caught you dreaming in the moonlight, and caught your eye, then we walked some miles together. And I remember standing in the schoolyard. Everything was rich and full of color, and I remember waiting. I remember waiting for something to get me out of here. Yeah, to get me out of here. For something to get me out of here.
Yeah!
Oh, thank you.
Gorgeous. Thank you.
This is a tune called Dry Spell. You don't look at me like you used to. You don't see me anymore. Seems I've just faded into the scenery. Yeah, I got one foot out the door. I need you to fill me up, pour some water in my cup. I'm in a dry spell. Is there anything left left here? Is it too late to try? Is there some love beneath the surface, babe? Or has this well run dry? Won't you fill me up? Pour some water in my cup. I'm in a dry spell. You got me praying for rain, for this parched desert earth to grow green again. I'm out here wandering the sand, searching far and wide for the love we once had. I could find another lover, someone shiny and new, someone to make me feel alive again. Yeah, someone to love me like you used to do, someone to fill me up. Pour some water in my cup. I'm in a dry spell. Yeah, fill me up. Just pour some water in my cup. I'm in a dry spell. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so I think we got a little too ambitious with our setup here tonight, and now I'm hearing a lot of crackling and my voice is kind of coming in and out. I hope that's not affecting you on your end. So this is one of my newest tunes.
Crackling is like the spice, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah,
It's like
let's
music.
go with that. So before I wrote this song, I hadn't finished a song in like a good couple years. And I joined this songwriting group class, which is led by Jean Rowe, who's going to be playing JJ's on March 13th. And you should definitely plan to be there. She's a phenomenal songwriter, musician, and a really great teacher, which is its own very specific and special skill. So this song came about because of her class. I know I got one of my songwriting buds in here tonight, Melanie. This is called Bleeding Out in Hollywood. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, you came to this town filled up with dreams, bright and shiny and bursting at the seams. You practiced your signature, you gave interviews in the bathroom mirror. You were destined to be loved and revered. So unaware now of the sad and bitter truth, you're bleeding out in Hollywood. You've got talent, you've got intelligence and merit, but that's not what the boys up top are looking for. Sold you a dream, you saw it on the TV screen. If you work real hard, you can be anything. You're getting tired of walking up and down the avenue, just bleeding out in Hollywood. Save your dreams for when you're sleeping. You know they'll serve you better than. Well, you could spend your whole life waiting for that ship to come in. Now you're reading for the mother, not the ingenue, and no heads are turning when you walk into the room. Past your prime, dried up on the vine, no one's come and plucked you from obscurity in time. Your stocks are tumbling in this marketplace of flesh, and youth left you bleeding out in Hollywood. Yeah, save your dreams for when you're sleeping. You know they'll serve you better than. Yeah, well, you could spend your whole life waiting for that ship to come in. There's a man on the corner holding a sign. You see him every morning at around this time. He's seen the future, honey, it ain't looking good. We're all bleeding out in Hollywood. Yeah, we're bleeding out, bleeding out now, honey, bleeding out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
All right, so I think we got time for one more tune. It's been such a pleasure to be here tonight. Alex and Jackson and Kalen, thank you so much also. It was really awesome to hear you guys. This is a song off our latest album called Fat Cat. I guess we'll see you all in the chat after, but thanks again for being here. And JJ, thank you for hosting. All right. Well, you're a fat cat, that's what they call you, the hateful masses who don't understand you with their sweaty hands outstretched towards you. You don't owe them anything at all. It's survival of the fittest, and you are the king, that's the way it is. How it's always been, you didn't make the game, but you're gonna play it, and you're gonna win. But how do you sleep? How do you sleep in your tower on your satin sheet? Sweet, sweet and deep. Well, there are documents and lawyers to separate you from the things that go on down there, somewhere beneath you, so far away it could never reach you. You're safe here, your hands are clean. Yeah, the law's on your side. When you own the lawmakers, you paid good money for movers and shakers, friends in high places to get it done. It's just commerce, it can't be wrong. How do you sleep? your satin sheets, sweet, sweet and deep. Yeah, sweet and deep. Da-da-da. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you're a fat cat. That's what they call you. Deep down, you know they really adore you. People toast your name, pull out your chair. They know what you've done, but they don't care. You're well loved and respected, well spoken, well connected with your shiny cars, your suit and tie. But if I met you in the jungle, you'd eat me alive. How do you sleep? How do you sleep in your tower on your satin sheets? Sweet, sweet and deep. Oh, how do you sleep? How do you sleep in your tower on your satin sheets? Sweet, sweet and deep. High above the mess that you made. High above the mess that you made. High above the mess that you made. So high above the mess that you made.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Appropriate. Finally.
One more song.
I mean, if you got,
I mean, I
think
don't
we can
want to force
handle.
myself upon you guys. Can you handle it?
If there's a second, I would gladly hear one more song. If there's one that's calling to you to jump out.
Second.
Yep, it's
Okay.
seconded.
All right. So let's do OTR? I don't want to get too dark for our last song. So I'm going to leave you with our interpretation of a classic American tune you'll probably recognize. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, the skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, the bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, no, why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, the bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, no, why can't I? Yeah, birds fly over the Well, why can't I?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
It's so fun to be here. Thank you.
Such a treat. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for being here. So great to hear you guys singing together. What a gift. Can I get everyone to give a big round of applause for all of the artists who shared their music this evening? Kalen, Alex, three really different sets of music, and if you enjoyed that, the next three shows will be maybe even more varied with some traditional Celtic music, a pretty amazing scat vocal improviser from California. We've got some traditional Mexican music, and of course Jean Rowe. A lot of good stuff coming up. The quick lineups are February 6th, which is next weekend. It's not a house show, but if you're looking for online community things, my twice a month listening together sessions where we turn off the cameras, turn off the microphones, and share some time listening to the unedited interviews from Chris Tippett's On Being podcasts are first and third Saturdays at 6 p.m. So that's next weekend. You'd be most welcome. And then the very next Sunday, I'm hopefully setting off on my 6th annual, 7th total walk around the perimeter of Philadelphia. Some of you guys know about this project. It's about a 100-mile pilgrimage, strange adventure. If you're interested in that, on February 18th, I'm hosting a little informal Zoom report back where some people who will have joined that adventure will be sharing some stories. February 27th is that next house show, March 13th, April 10th. I'm gonna put those links in the chat right now so you can find the events, but I'll also send a follow-up email to all of y'all that'll include the recording of this concert so that Ellie's mom, who is sleeping reasonably at 3 a.m. in France, can hear it as well. So I want to say thank you to not just the artists, but all of you who are here, because your presence is a gift, right? Like this thing of listening, this thing of sharing your attention in this attention economy we now have, right? Like this is a precious thing to gather and to choose to support independent artists when we could all be watching Netflix and whatever Hollywood wants to feed us. And to choose to give money to artists when we could all just be like streaming and paying the streaming services and getting our music for free. But it's important to invest in to have the artists be able to continue, right? So thank you for that. For me, this is an inspiration. You are an inspiration. And so before we go into the last sort of after party section where you'll be able to chat with the artists, if you want to connect with a particular one about their work, send me a direct message and I'll plug you into the breakout room with them. If your last name ends in Lister, I've already plugged you into Kalen's room, no worries. And so as we transition there, I just hope that this bit of inspiration may fuel you and recharge you as you go forth in the world, which is not without its struggles, right? It's a privilege for us to be able to be here together. It's a privilege for us to be able to take time to enjoy music. There are more struggles ahead. There will be, gosh, I mean, just in my world, like I have accidentally grievously harmed some people I care of through poor communication in like, you know, just rushing around headlong in the world. So as I set up the breakout rooms, I'm gonna invite you to join me in just taking a deep breath because the word inspiration, literally, that's what we do, right? Inspire. So let's take a deep breath together and then I'll send you off to the breakout rooms. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate you all. And that's it. Breakout rooms are open. I'm going to move a couple of you to different assignments.